When I was younger, I often waited until the last moment to start my book report assignments. It was always initially difficult to even start a book report that was due in a month. In my mind, I knew that I should start the assignment early, but then as I gazed at the book in my hand, I realized that it was a pretty long book, and I would flip through to see the back to see how many pages. Over 200? Forget about it. I'll read it later. So weeks would pass, and now the assignment is due in 2 days. Since I hadn't started reading, I would be forced to pick a much shorter book, one that barely covered the minimum page count for the assignment, which was usually around 150 pages. So in the end, the book was terrible, and I wrote a bad book report that never reached the minimum page requirement. Not only did I learn that I needed to start these types of assignments earlier, but that shorter books are sometimes more difficult to report on than longer books. And that's not to say that shorter books aren't good. In fact, some of my favorite stories are short stories, which are usually less than 20 pages. But what I'm getting at is that provided that there is enough time, the length of a book shouldn't determine whether you read it or not. When you've read long enough, you begin to see that both long and short books can present certain challenges. I've read some pretty long books in school. A couple of those Goliaths include Middlemarch and Moby Dick. And the thing that I found helped me as I read those books was taking notes on a piece of paper as I read. So I would read a few chapters and then write down what happened. I would try to keep it brief, which is why being able to summarize something is such an important skill. I would continue to do this until I finished the book and I was able to read back through my summaries and remember what I had just read. And yes, even short books can present a challenge. They often go overlooked because their physical appearance is less intimidating, which can equate to sometimes people reading too fast and missing a lot of the story. For me, if possible, I try to read shorter novels twice. The first time is for entertainment, the second time for analysis and breakdown. So try not to fall into that mindset where the length of the book determines whether you pick it up and start reading. Because really, it's not about length but engagement. I went through entire series of books so quickly because I enjoyed what I was reading, and I also suffered through novellas that completely bored me the entire time. Hope this discussion about short and long books helps you in your future book report writing. Don't forget to subscribe for more Minute Book Reports, and thanks for watching.